Welcome to another episode of YDA TV for your next bite-sized bit to help you pass your driving test. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you how to boost your chances of passing the car practical driving test by a massive 40%. Any guesses? Research conducted by the DVSA shows that people who have taken a realistic mock test are 40% more likely to pass the real test. So, what is a mock test and how can it help you? A mock test is a practice driving test that you do with your driving instructor or another driving instructor. You can download a copy of the driving test mark sheet on our website at yourdrivingacademy.co.uk and navigate to the Learner Resources section. Now you never take any other tests without doing some practice mock test, and the driving test is no different. From year 6 SATs, GCSEs, A-levels, university, and even your driving theory test, you do several practice mock tests to make sure you're better prepared for the big day. Preparation is key in any challenge, and your driving test should be no different. Here's 5 reasons why you should take a mock test. Number 1, up to 40% higher chance of passing. Number 2, get used to how the driving test works. Number 3, identify areas you need to improve on. Number 4, build your confidence and reduce anxiety. And number 5, check you're ready for the driving test. Why you think you may not need a mock test? I've watched videos online. While YouTube, Instagram, TikTok and other platforms can offer insights into the driving test and how the driving test works, they do not give you feedback on your own driving skills under test conditions. It's too expensive. We recognize learning to drive is not cheap. Taking mock tests will reduce the likelihood of you having to take multiple attempts at the real thing. I do not have enough time. You should be able to take a mock test in one session. Allocating a couple of hours could become up to 40% more likely to pass your driving test. Your driving instructor might recommend you take a few mock tests. I'm not learning to drive with a driving instructor. It's unlikely that anyone except a driving instructor will have the experience, the knowledge and the training to teach you properly. I already have an international driving license or driven abroad. A lot of people with an international driving license and some experience assume this is enough to pass the UK driving test. It's not. Taking a mock test when you haven't had enough practice or training is in truth a waste of your time and your money. Before you take a mock test, make sure you've learned the 27 skills outlined by the DVSA. If you're learning to drive with YDA or someone else, you can still book in for a mock test with one of our specialists at Your Driving Academy. We also conduct mock tests for pupils we don't teach, so be sure to take a mock test or several mock tests leading up to your practical driving test appointment. Thanks again for joining us on YDA TV, and we'll see you next time for another bite-sized bit to help you pass your driving test.